Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, July 16th, 2019 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I nurture my expanding sense of authority. And we have reached the second eclipse. Hooray! Now, let me remind you that eclipses, they can pack a stronger energetic punch. It is said that an eclipse energy is like 3 times the energy of the new or full moon, in this case the full moon. But what I really see is that eclipses bring downloads for change. Eclipses are basically taking us on the leading edge of the evolution that we are on, the evolutionary path that we are on as a collective. So keep that in mind, even though this ends our eclipse season, officially this eclipse season, with one more to go in 2019, we have to unpack the downloads. We have to unpack and put these energies into play. And I always say it's so important to watch the moment-by-moment steps that take us to the eclipse and the days leading up to it. It really kind of narrows us into the message. Cats. And the message in this case does feel like taking power back via authority. Taking back the energy of authority by taking your personal responsibility and realizing this is an important thing. Now, what I've been saying, these eclipses that we've had with, okay, cat crossing, they're playing. This little thing is chasing that other thing. So, okay. Dynasty, family dynasty. This is an interesting thing. I feel like we have that old interplay still in place where you as a person, as an individual, have not stepped into authority fully because the king still lives, the queen still lives, because you are not ready for that degree of power, not ready for that degree of control. It's still those same lessons where we're either thrust into that responsibility, that authority way too soon, or we don't really step into it. And so this is a call, no matter the state of your great-grandparents, your grandparents, your parents, to step into that authority, that it's time to step up into king of your life, queen of your life. Capricorn energy is about that authority. And it's not about authority over the rest of the world. It's about authority over your personal soul progression. This is authority, your responsibility to step into that soul purpose energy, the soul mission energy that's on your docket to live in this lifetime. So sometimes we have to, in order to do that, move through a lot of the ancestral stuff, and we talked about that with that first eclipse in Cancer. And even with this eclipse, this shadow energy that comes forth, oh my goodness, I've got crazy kitties right now. This shadow energy that comes forth with this full moon lunar eclipse, it's very important. Okay, these are the shadows of my ancestry, and yet I still have the authority, I still have the power, I still have the responsibility to step into my place in regards to soul purpose. This is important. Like I said, the universe, the world right now is asking us each to step into that place of purpose. We're all being asked. It doesn't have to be a big step, but to make a minute adjustment, turn, wink, gesture in the direction of fulfilling soul purpose. This is your responsibility. It is up to you to respond in a way that does do this, and you do have this authority. And so this, to me, this is what this eclipse is ultimately about. Returning back to you the power of your personal authority. Don't abuse it, but use it. All right, so that being said, this eclipse is happening at 24 degrees in Capricorn. It is a partial lunar eclipse, but I don't think full lunar eclipse or partial lunar eclipse, I don't think that it makes a difference download-wise or power-wise. We still get to see the shadow. Notice the shadow, not the shower, the shadow of power and authority. And maybe because of that shadow, that may be one of the reasons why you're not fully embracing and engaging this lesson. But noticing it is half the battle. Because once you notice it, you're on the path to making sure you don't fulfill it. Of course, be aware of the mirrors, because, oh my god, there's a cat popping out from under the bed. They are so crazy right now, this little mischief thing. Noticing it can be a mirror sometimes, and a lot of times that we are what we are afraid of, we do carry within us. So keep doing that shadow work. Keep being available to yourself where that may come through, because part of your, what is the right words? Part of your experience of it or judgment of it may be part of the path of ultimately releasing it through yourself. So just be very aware of that. 24 degrees, that's 6 energy ultimately. It's balance, yin and yang balance. And I do think in order to fully embrace, this is so great. It's like a circus act here. Stop it! That was my phone that she just took with her. Oh, I'm so sorry. 6. Here we go. Back to where I was. 6 energy. Part of fully embracing authority is embracing the full balanced power of the yin and the yang energies. We need that feminine intuition. It is so important. A lot of us have fallen astray. A lot of the world has fallen astray because it's left behind that yin authority, that yin intuition, that yin nurturing, which has been a big piece of the puzzle, a big piece of the path leading the way here. So bring that with you. Let your yang be activated by your yin's intuition, by your yin's nurturing. Let your yang be led by that. That is very important in and through this. The peak of the full moon will happen at 2:38 p.m. Pacific time. I'm not sure exactly where I can see the eclipse. Let's see. Over parts of Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, South America, Pacific, and Antarctica. Antarctica, the penguins get some of this eclipse. They are being reminded to honor their yin and their yang. Maybe we need to look at the penguins. Wait, yeah, they are in Antarctica. I was like, wait, are they Antarctica or North? Okay. Anyways, Gemini digression. Let's look at the other astro that's going on, because this is all feeding into. We have the moon conjunct Saturn. Saturn, above all, wants us to step into that responsibility. Saturn has represented what society has wanted, but this eclipse feels like it's a breaking away. We're seeing the shadow of society. We're seeing the shadow of the power and the abuse of power, and it's helping us realign ourselves. This is important. You know, it is that thing that everybody plays their part, and so it's like good or bad, I don't know, but there's clearly things in the world that are heart-wrenching and heartbreaking at this time, and all of those things are showing us not that way. Come, this is the way towards the nurturing. Venus is actually preparing to oppose Saturn, and so Venus in Cancer is saying, come, this is the way. Through love, through beauty, through peace, through inner harmony, through nurturing, through embracing the spirit of the mother. This is important, but it's going to go against what those in authority and power may be saying and doing at this time. It's up to you to take back the authority and live according to your truth, live according to your heart. Speaking of that, Venus is going to be conjunct the North Node, and so it's saying, come, this is the way. Embrace the mother. Embrace the yin. Embrace the empress. Embrace that feminine authority within you. The world needs it. All right. Let's see. Venus. Oh, Venus is getting hit at multiple angles. This may be a tough day for that yin, but she's strong enough to handle it. Whether you are male or female, letting this yin be strong in you. Venus is also getting hit by an inconjunct of Jupiter. You may have people throwing books and facts at you, telling you this is the way it's supposed to be. This is the way it's supposed to be. Your heart knows the way. Your heart can carry that sense of authority for you. If you can hand over a piece of that responsibility, take it from the mental energy and work with that heart energy to remind you of what is important. And I would say, in the end, only kindness matters. Quoting Jewel, but that's what song popped into my head. Last connection that the moon makes before reaching the eclipse point is a connection with Pluto. We are here to make a shift. We are here to make a change. Pluto is influencing that transformation vibe. Pluto is reminding us the structures, these things, the old, right? It is all crumbling. And it needs to crumble within us, including that sense of authority that keeps us out of our personal authority. I think that's good for today. Let me show you my cards. Oh, I love this. Last day of After Tarot. Page of Cups. I love this card so much. You've taken the cup, and now you get to decide what gets to stay in the cup. Nurturing, love, peace, harmony, and what kind of rotten, stinky fish is jumping out of the cup. Or maybe it's what kind of fish needs to go to the waters to grow more. What are you keeping in your cup? What is important to you at this time? I love this energy. Besides that, I got some eclipse energies. Fighting and sorrow. There may be some control issues coming up. Anytime we deal with authority and power, control stuff can for sure come up and cause tension, fighting. There's also a lot of sorrow. This is a full moon. Emotions are running high. Let them move through. But above all, these cards are so good. Above all, keep finding the good in this and keep bringing forth your gifts, because the world is waiting for you to step up into your perfect place. I know I say that often, but it's such an important message, and we all need to be reminded of it time and time again. So, take a second. What are you grateful for? I am grateful for the circus act that is revolving around me. Besides that, you can always book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There is more than enough love in the world for you, and you do have the power. Namaste.